Hey everyone, the mazes have finally started today. I've covered the mazes 2 times already on my channel. I went over this on the test server quite a bit. So if you want more examples on the mazes to see further into the mazes or some more information that I don't cover in this video, I'll include links to those videos in the description. So let's go ahead, we'll check out the instructions. This is set up a little bit differently than the maze event in the past. However, don't let it freak you out. It's actually pretty easy to get your bearings in the mazes if you just pay attention to the instructions, and there are instructions scattered throughout like all parts of the game for this. So how do I play until January 29th? Make your way through the mazes and stock up on prizes. Move by clicking on the direction you want to go in. Each move costs you 1 treat or 10 paces. You recover between 3 and 5 paces per hour, depending on the skills of the horse that is accompanying you. Basically, this means that you need a higher skilled horse to get 5 paces per hour. There are high skilled horses in the sales for pretty cheap. It's really not that hard to get your hands on a high skilled horse. Bonuses, this is a bit different. Prizes of bronze, silver, or diamond rarity. This means that when you see, like, for example, a little gold prize icon in the mazes, that means that it's saying it's a higher level prize. For example, like a gold prize box would probably contain like a Zeus's lightning bolt as opposed to a saddle. So if you see a gold prize icon way out of your way, you know you're not going way out of your way to get just a saddle for your troubles. You will also get treats to move forward without using up paces, binoculars to reveal part of the map, and shortcuts that are available after answering a riddle or choosing the right horse. I covered this quite a bit in one of my test server videos, so you can go check that out for more information and to see what types of horses that you'll need to get through these shortcuts. Jackpot, this is the new Divine. Find the exit to the maze and win the Divine Horse Dagda. This is a new Celtic Divine Horse that I quite like. I looked at it a bit on the test server, so I'm not going to look at that now. And then, of course, Golden Horseshoes. You need to collect 2 Golden Horseshoes to take part in the prize draw. All right, let's cover this because this is really important. Just, you know, even if you've been through the mazes in the past, this will kind of show you how the format a bit has changed, the view for it. So just pay attention to this tutorial and you'll be able to breeze your way through the rest of the mazes with no problem. Welcome to the season's mazes. Find your way out of each maze to win the prizes inside, including the Celtic Divine Horse Dagda. Start by entering the first maze. Do I have... No, this is on the US server, by the way, because I wanted to go ahead and use up some of my paces on international before I lost them, because once your pace bar reaches 100, you know, that's it. You can't like stack paces throughout the event. So you want to make sure that you start using your paces at 100 or better yet before 100. So that's why I'm on the US server and I don't have any horses apparently that have +5 per hour. I don't really care because I don't plan on completing this event on the US server. Okay, so you are here, which is indicated by the little arrow, and we're gonna make our way through this. So we're gonna turn left. Okay, this is important because this demonstrates how you navigate now that we have this new first-person view of the maze. So before moving, hover over an arrow using your mouse. Look at which square this is on the map. I'm really glad that they did this. This was not originally part of the tutorial on the test server. This is like one of the changes that they made based on player feedback. So that shows that they did listen to our feedback. I'm really happy that they put this in here. It's just much more helpful, I think. So like, for example, because this is first person view of the maze now, you notice I actually have to turn right in the maze, whereas like here on the little mini map, it looks like it's pointing upwards. And before, this would mean like if I wanted to go up on the mini map, I was going up in the actual maze because both are, you know, a bird's eye view. That's not the case now. So we're going to turn right because the arrow is pointing like over here. So we're going to go right because it's to the right of the arrow. And if that doesn't make sense, you can just disregard that whole thing. Just pay attention to which square is highlighted on the mini map. That's where you want to go. That square is highlighted. I'm going to move there. Easy as that. It's really not too hard once you get started. So I'm going to go ahead and go through some of this. You're at a crossroads. One way leads to a prize and one doesn't. Choose well. We're going to go to the right so I can get the prize because who doesn't want 20 mashes, right? We're going to get some treats. Congrats, you found 3 treats, which will allow you to move when your horse has used up all their paces. Thank you. And this is one of the new shortcuts. So, oh, there's an obstacle blocking the shortcut. Super Comper is able to jump over this tree trunk. Awesome. There are other obstacles scattered throughout the maze, which, like I said, I've covered in a previous video. This is all the obstacles. You will get some treats when you've completed the collections, because these obstacles are part of the collections, and you can see that video to see which horses that you'll eventually need to get through some of these. Most of these, like these here, for us on the test server, weren't available until the 4th maze, so if you're just planning on going on free paces alone, you're not going to get that far anyway, most likely, so you won't even need horses to get through these obstacles. The tutorial does go on a bit further, but I've covered all this quite a bit already on the videos that I did on the test server. So something that I would like to talk about just real quick is that the special offer we saw on the test server was treats in the Titans challenges. I don't know if there will be another special offer like there was for the Pine Trees event. We had that kind of surprise Horn of Plenty offer, so I don't know if maybe they'll do like packs of treats that you can buy with passes instead of Titans challenges. I'm not really sure. I did quite a bit of stacking up on Titans challenges during the Pine Tree event. When that Horn of Plenty offer was running, I had loads of Horns of Plenty I didn't need. So I stuck those up in the exchanges to get Titans challenges, and I've got several Titans challenges in my actual inventory on International, and hopefully I won't have to bust out too many diamonds or my Themis' scale and like Nyx packs and stuff. So that should be the offer, Titans challenges, treats in them, because treats are like the bonus moves that you get. But really, my biggest tip for you for this event is, like I said, just pay attention to where these arrows are going. Don't click through like really fast, because on the test server I accidentally did take some wrong directional turns just because I wasn't paying attention to where I was clicking. So just make sure that, like, let's say if you want to move forward, you just look at the mini map and look to see which square is highlighted. So I know I want to move forward, which means I want to make sure that this square here is the one that's going to be highlighted when I hover over an arrow. So click that and you go forward easily. Same for this one. I know I want to go to this square, hover over this arrow. Okay, that square's highlighted. I'm going to move to that one. I do recommend that if you're playing on a mobile device, that actually playing on the app version, the mobile version for this, would be easier than playing on the classic version. If you want to try playing on the classic version, that's up to you, but if you're on a mobile device, I just recommend playing on the mobile version because it's going to be a little bit easier. It's designed to be played on a mobile device that way. Otherwise, that's pretty much it. For those of you that have been through the mazes before, most of this is pretty similar. Just the only thing that's really changed is just the actual view you get within the maze, and we now have these obstacles in place of the shortcuts, whereas before, like if there was a shortcut, you just like went straight through. Now there's an obstacle you have to go through if you want to use the shortcut. If you don't have a horse to get through a particular shortcut, it's not the end of the world. You just have to take the long way around on the map, so it's not like you're completely stuck if you don't have a horse to get through a shortcut, so don't worry about that. But if you do get through them, you get treats when you end up collecting when you finish off the collections rather. So this is pretty useful to get through if you can get through it, but they're not that hard. And it does take 10 paces to make a move. If you have the best horse of +5 per hour, that means it will take you a total of 2 hours to make one move, because you get +5 paces at the top of every hour. And yes, because the bar only goes up to 100, you want to make sure that you use your paces before that, because otherwise they won't like stack afterwards. But otherwise right now, this is nice. I could just let my horse, like just let it sit here and rack up those paces. You don't actually have to check it every 2 hours or whatever to make a move. You just want to make sure that you use your paces up before then. Otherwise, that's pretty much it. Go check out my other videos if you want kind of like further information on this, because I cover quite a bit of this already on the test server. And also make sure that you have a look at like your private messages, because they did send out a message with some kind of instructions for the event. So make sure you have a read of this PM, because that explains some things, as well as the forum topic for the event. Okay, this has quite a bit of information on it, especially like the changes. There's quite a bit of information in here if you want to have a read of that. So if you're just careful and you read the instructions, you shouldn't have any problems with this new first-person view. The game team made quite a few changes on it based on our test server feedback, and it made this like 10 times easier, and it's really easy to get through, just, you know, if you take your time. So thank you for joining me today, guys, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.